Good evening and Merry Christmas to everybody, and welcome back to Canon Chatter TV. Boy, we've got a really great show for you all. And as you can see, before I do my introductions, we're joined by Santa tonight, so we're really lucky to be blessed with Santa. You know, he said he's got a busy schedule, but he said, you know what? He's going to make the time, he's going to make the effort to come to our Christmas show. So you know what? We've got to give it up for Santa. But before we do our proper introductions, just to let you know, tonight's show, we're basically going to be reviewing the Sunderland game. We're going to preview the Norwich game, and we're also going to have a lot of festive fun in between. So yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. But before we get started, obviously we've got our introduction. So unfortunately, Lottie will be joining us, but she's running a little bit late. So she'll be joining us as and when she can. Unfortunately, no Stephen tonight. But like I said, we've got a great substitute in Santa. So yeah, Santa, I'll come to you first. How you doing, mate?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't breathe in this mask. I'm steaming up my glasses.
Oh, it's Stephen. I didn't even know. Well,
It's me. I'm good, G. How are you?
I'm good, you know. I'm really good. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I've had a couple of coconut rums already, so I'm lively. I'm good. Yeah, cheers. Definitely. Well, as you guys can see, we're joined by two very special guests that I announced on Twitter earlier, and it's an absolute pleasure that they can join us for our Christmas special show. I'm going to introduce a man who, you know, I've worked with a couple of times, you know, on the Armory TV. We really kind of just clicked, you know, on a personal level. We kind of speak, you know, when we're doing Twitter, outside of Twitter. And it's, you know, the one, the only, Mr. Canners from Armory TV. How you doing, Canners?
Bless, brother, man. Thank you for the call up, man. I tell you what, when I got the call up, I was like, oh my God, that's it. Wicked. I'm with G Talks again. No, bless, man. It's all good. Thank you very much, as I said. And look, this team here, man. Santa, Albert. It's a dream team.
Dream team. Absolutely dream team. And you're making your, obviously, Canon Chatter debut tonight as well.
Exactly.
Which is
that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I got the call up, man. I was like, that's it. Bless.
Definitely. Wicked. No, really glad to have you.
Thank
and
you.
A man who needs no introduction on this channel, somewhat of a regular, the myth, the man, the legend, that is Albert from Albert JTV. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. That's a good intro, man. You know, that's nice, man. I ain't been brought into a channel like that before. 50 hell, we're doing all right. Let's do something right. But pleasure to come on a couple days before Christmas. I thought I'd come on, show the channel some love, man. You guys are doing a brilliant channel, man. Keep going.
Wicked. No, thank you. Appreciate that. And like I said, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Definitely. So look, we're going to get right into it. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to run the intro video. And then we'll see you guys on the other side.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing. The first time it's happened.
Wicked. So we're back. So yeah, obviously, like those of you who just joined us, this is the Canon Chatter Christmas special. Like I said a few minutes ago, we're going to be reviewing the Sunderland game. We're going to be previewing the Norwich game on Boxing Day, which at the moment is albeit going ahead. And we'll be having a bit of festive fun in between. And before we do that, we'll just jump to the comments real quick. So Canon FC, wicked Canon FC, some Christmas trees there. Canon FC again, the parang now start. We've got Mr. Silver Fox. Here we go. Yes, gang. We've got good evening, Benjamin. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Mr. Silver Fox again tonight. He's Canners Chatter. Oh, I like that. Just for one night only.
He's quite creative. I give Mr. Fox that. He's quite creative. I like that.
Quality stuff. Tracy, good evening, Tracy. Big up Albert and the lads. Come on, you Gunners. And also we've got Cal here. Merry Christmas to do El Mundo. And last one, we've got evening, guys. Right, we'll do our best to cover, obviously, the comments, but I can imagine they're going to come in thick and fast. So we'll do our best. Please be patient with us. But yeah, before we get into the football, tonight we're going to have some fun. It is Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. So, you know, we have to start the show with a bit of festive fun. And we're going to play a game called guess who's the Santa. Okay, so you guys, obviously Lottie's not here, and I really wanted Lottie to be here, but nevertheless, you know what? She's not here. So you're going to be going up head to head. So we've got Canners from the Armory, Albert from Albert JTV, and Santa representing Cannon Chatter. So I'm going to literally put a picture on the screen, and you have to scream, shout, whatever you want to do, get my attention. But I need
Do we
to
want buzzers? Like, should we make buzzers with our noise?
You know what? I
Yeah,
posted the buzzers, but you know what? The Royal Mail at the moment is just crazy with all the. I didn't post the buzzers. Look, you just got to scream at me. Just scream the answers out at me. But yeah, I'll put an image on the screen. The player, I won't say, you know, where they're from, current or not, but they're going to be disguised as a Santa. And you've basically got to let me know who the Santa is. Right. Now, the first one is about to go. Are we all ready?
I'm competitive, man. I've got this. Come on.
Santa, you good? You checking that naughty and nice list? Cool, let's go.
Lucas Podolski.
That was Albert.
Yes.
Now, if for whatever reason there is any discrepancy tonight, the chat is VAR. Okay? So for whatever happens, because I know Canners, I don't know, do you think you got in there first, Canners?
No, I got in there.
I got in there. What did you say, Albert?
I said Lucas. I said his full name, innit? I said Lucas Podolski.
No, I just heard Lucas.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, I don't know. There's a bit.
It could be saying Fabianski.
I got in there.
Fabianski.
I said Lucas Podolski.
I'm going to give that point to Albert.
Yeah.
So that's one to Albert. Now,
you know, this has been recorded, right? We'll have to go back to VAR for this one, I tell you.
Chat room, if you disagree, chat room, with any of the decisions I make, please do let me know. And we've got somebody here. Somebody has said it was Albert first, so we'll see. We'll see.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Next up, be quick.
Also,
that was. I would say that was Canners. I would say that was Canners.
He evened it up like Mike did. He zoomed it up.
Third picture. Are you ready, guys?
That
was Albert.
Yeah.
That was Albert. Santa, what's going on?
I think I'm on mute.
Next one.
Gabriel.
That was Albert.
No, hey, that's stewards on that one. I tell you what, no way.
Canada, you're a bit slow, mate.
Oh, what?
So at this point, with 4 pictures down, we've got Albert in the lead with 3 points. We've got Canners closely behind with 1. Santa, not got a point yet, Santa, but you know, I know you're a busy man. It's fine. Next picture.
William.
Ooh.
There's no ooh in that. And I've got that one so clean.
Ooh, that one, I'm going to have to go with Canners on that one. Okay.
What's the laugh for now? Oh, listen, when this gets played back, you know the score's going to have to be redone, I tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't worry. Listen. Whatever happens after the show, I'll watch it back before I really officially give the announcement. These comments are brilliant. I'm going to have to go to them at some point.
That was very close. I'm going
to have to go to them at some point. Next picture.
Kanu.
Again, in there, mate.
Listen.
That was a close one. Right, chat room. For the Kanu one, I'm really not sure who got that. I'm tempted to say that was a tie. But you know what? Who got Kanu? Let me know in the chat. Who got Kanu? Was it Albert? Was it Canners? Let me know.
A fellow Nigerian, man.
I'm going to put 1 each at the moment, and I'm going to put a K next to it, and then we'll decide.
Yeah, he was right. Albert again.
Okay. Jay Gillian says Canners for Kanu. Riddy Sarkar says Albert again. So I don't know. That at the moment, both of them have got a point, unless the chat room decides otherwise. Next picture.
Sabaya.
That's me again.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh. Stephen, what are you saying? Do you know who got that first?
No idea.
Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, it's close.
Jeez.
It was me.
No,
Jeez.
close. There
It's
was
close,
no
but-
closeness in it. It was my country mile.
I can feel the competitiveness. I can feel it.
So, I'm on it tonight, man.
Next one.
Sanchez.
Texas.
Now, I
Nah,
think
near Stephen.
Santa was in the
Yeah,
hunt for that
he
one.
was.
Santa, yeah. I'm going to give that one to Santa.
Oh, what?
You got a point. Santa. Right, we've not got many left, so you got to get in there real quick. Next one's up.
Bert
Mertesacker.
Saka. Yeah, that was me.
That was me. Blatant.
That was me.
Canners, that was
He's a bit slow.
Albert. That was Albert all day.
Come on.
Even G's had to say that.
That was Albert all day. Next one.
John
Lukic.
Lukic.
No
That was
way.
good.
I'm having that one.
You know what? Because I said the full name. That's why I said John Lukic. I got it there, though.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give that one to Canners. And then the last one, I believe. No.
Ozil.
Cazorla.
Cazorla. Shit.
Yes.
Oh.
Again. Again.
Who did you say Canners at first?
I don't know, man.
Was it Ozil?
Yeah.
I definitely said Cazorla.
Yeah, you did.
I tried to trick him to
Next
say,
one.
Cliff Baston.
yeah, had to be in it.
And that brings the end to Guess the Santa. Now, let's look at the scores. So, Santa had 1 point.
Yeah.
Well played, Santa.
What else, Santa?
Well played, Santa. In second place with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, we have Canners.
You doing me like Lewis Hamilton, man. Stewart.
Cannon's got 5. Did he?
And the winner of Guess Santa is Albert with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points.
No way is he free.
Yeah.
So this year's Canon Chatter Guess the Santa winner is Albert. Congratulations, Albert.
I'm
Cheers,
gracious.
guys.
Thank you. I'm gracious.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Well done.
Please,
Won the money, man.
once you see the rerun, then you'll really know.
Oh, mate. But yeah, that was a bit of fun, bit of festive fun there. Even though it was getting a bit competitive, though.
I'm gonna have to check my broadband because I swear to God.
It'll be
Right
10
now, we're gonna quickly go back to the comments. Let's see here. I don't even know where I am now. Big up Albert and the lads come through. So we are with Cal. That was the last one. Merry Christmas to you. Evening. We have Tracy Curtin again. Say ho ho instead of a buzzer. And then it's literally just a long list of people kind of agreeing and disagreeing who basically got the different ones. So we'll skip through those. Really Sarkar, evening guys. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you.
Christmas.
We've got Mr. Silver Fox. Be careful. Cannon is badly competitive. I know. I realize now. I realize now.
Badly.
We got Really Sarkar saying Albert, don't
No.
bottle it like
Oh,
Spurs.
See, these people, because they know Albert, and that's why. That's why they're saying Albert. He's got his crew on board.
Evening, Keith. Evening.
Evening.
Jay Gillian, Santa's voice has to travel across the sea.
There you go.
And then we've got a couple of Alberts and Santas and so forth. And then we've got Mr. Silver Fox. Come on, Canners. You saw Bastin at 18. How you not get that one?
I'll get you, Silver Fox. I tell you, he's trying to give me a dig there about my age.
Really Sarkar, congrats, Albert.
Cheers,
And
mate.
lastly, Gary. Good evening, Gary. Merry Christmas.
Go on,
Canners,
Gary.
Albert and Stephen. Brilliant. Fantastic. So we're going to move on, obviously, at this point of the show to the review, obviously, of the Sunderland game. Obviously, you know, it was a 5-1 win. And yeah, so we're going to basically go there. Now, in terms of where we're going to start, I think the best place to start is with the lineup. For some reason, my computer's not having it. But yeah, here we are. So I was going to go to Lottie with this first, because obviously she was part of the preview show. And I know she picked a team, and she was kind of looking at the team and saying, it needed to be rotated, etc., etc. So I'll bring the team up and I'll quickly breeze through the team. So we started with Leno in goal, a back four of Cedric, Holding, Ben White and Tavares. We had El Nene, Odegaard and Smith Rowe in midfield, and a front three of Balogun, Nketiah and Pepe. So I'll come to you first, Stephen, with regards to the lineup. Happy with the lineup?
Is that the lineup? What match are we talking about?
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Sorry,
In the cup.
It's been a busy week.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So Lottie had got this, I think, within 2 players.
Yes.
Her predicted lineup. I mean, whatever team we put out should have been beating Sunderland comfortably. So, I mean, I was happy with whatever we were going to put out. And I had said before, bit part players need to start and get a few games. It's all very well having a slightly deeper squad. Yeah. But if they're not getting some game time, then whenever they're called upon, they're not going to be sharp. So it is good to see them getting a bit of game time. I was pleased to see Pepe getting on the pitch. Good to see Balogun. We've all been crying out to see Balogun. And, other than that, defensively, I think Chambers probably would have played, but he has COVID. I think he tested positive for COVID. So I think he probably would have played instead of Ben White. But other than that, happy enough with the lineup.
Was you a little bit surprised that he actually picked the likes of Odegaard and Smith Rowe in this game, given the opposition?
Yeah, I mean, I think arguably you could have put in the likes of Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Could have had a game, so you wonder. Maitland-Niles was on the bench, wasn't he?
I believe so.
No,
he actually missed out due to illness. Sorry, I saw a tweet.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he missed out due to illness. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, what else was he going to do? He put Patino on the last for 10 minutes, and I'm sure we'll talk about that. But he couldn't have really started Patino, really.
Yeah.
You wanted to get to a stage where that game was comfortable before you start throwing in any more youngsters. So, yeah, I mean, I was happy enough with Odegaard starting. I think Odegaard's he's been one of our best players for the last few games. If you actually look at it, chances created, he's created more chances in the last 4 games than any other player in the Premier League. So, he's on a run. Keep him in the team, keep the form going. Smith Rowe, coming back from injury, good to get him 90 minutes. Well, I don't think he played 90 minutes, but, it's good to get him back in the starting team. So, yeah, I mean, happy enough for the two of them to start the game.
Cool. No problem. And obviously, so, the game kicked off. Now, instead of kind of going through each of the match incidents, I was saying, before we came live on air, I said we could easily designate a whole show to just this game. I think in terms of just all the kind of individual performances, the individual goals, we could easily do an hour just on this show. So what I've done, instead of kind of going through each match incident, I've kind of just put it collectively together in somewhat of a collage, kind of highlighting just some of the kind of main talking points. And I'll come to you first, Canners, with regards to this. Obviously, you watched the game, a dominant, convincing 5-1 win at home against Sunderland. Most Arsenal fans kind of predicted, were pretty confident given the opposition. But just summarize, just kind of in summary, were you impressed with the performance? Do you think that it's a performance that we're maybe getting a little bit too excited about? And secondly, is there anything in particular from this game that, you saw as a real highlight in terms of performances of players or particular goals or incidents that you watched?
Yeah, I was actually at this game. So what I did kind of notice is that, when we went 2-0 up, everything was comfortable. And then they got a goal back. And then for a period, for about 5-10 minutes, they were knocking at our door to equalise, actually. And that was a bit kind of like, hold on one second. These guys, our guys, who are playing, are supposed to be kind of like knocking at our door, really, to actually start getting into the first 11, etc. Push them, then we had, half time, and then we come out and then we scored. Mckay, scored a couple of quick goals and stuff, and that kind of killed the game off. So that was fine. I think it's really, I found it quite sad that Balogun couldn't play centre forward because he wasn't really effective as you'd want him to be, to kind of, start staking a claim or whatever, to see whether or not he can or can't do something for us, playing out wide left. So that was the only thing I was kind of like, I'd like to have seen him play, up top. However, Mckay, I have to say, even against Everton when he came on, he looked sharp.
Yeah.
And getting a hat-trick, he's sharp at the moment. He gets a lot of stick, and he gets a lot of stick for saying, for him not signing a contract and things like that. But he's never said that he wants to leave. He's only said that he wants to play. Now, contracts take a lot of time, to be, to be, I guess, confirmed, agreed to, whatever. So that all it is that it might be, terms might not be great for him of the contract. It might be he might actually do want to, does want to stay or whatever. We don't really know. We're not privy to that kind of, to the internal ramblings of what's going on. But he looked sharp. The goals what he took were brilliant. The only thing is that, could he do it in the Premiership? It was League One opposition. Yeah. Pepe, I thought, had a great game. I felt sorry for their left back. I'm surprised that even the linesman or is it Johnson didn't tell him to come off the pitch, man. Because I tell you what, getting nuts twice like that, man, it was ridiculous. And all throughout the game, he was killing them. If anyone's pushing for a starting place, and it probably won't be a bad thing, is if Saka needs to have a little bit of a rest sometimes. I think he may be ready to it won't be that big a drop, but the problem is that there's other players around, like you can see that Leno and Ramsdale, there's a huge difference there. They don't want to play back to him, the defenders. You can see it, whereas when Ramsdale's playing, the defenders are happy to play back to Ramsdale. They don't want to do that with Leno, and he doesn't look comfortable on the ball. Odegaard, I thought he's really starting to grow into the team. And I just think overall, I just a bit kind of, does anyone know what's going on with Pablo Mari?
He's got COVID.
Oh, he's got COVID as well.
Yeah, he's got COVID.
Okay,
so
I was thinking,
he's self-isolating at the moment.
Right, okay. Because I was kind of surprised to see Ben White playing. But yeah, I think, the team that played should have been the team that played, and it's just a shame that Balogun couldn't kind of stake more of a claim playing, as the front man. But Mckay looked sharp, and you can't really kind of dispute that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's a very valid point what you said, because I know Lottie actually picked, like Stephen said, a somewhat similar team to this, but the changes I actually suggested, or I thought Arteta would potentially make, was I wanted to see both Nketiah and Balogun in the side. So I'm glad he did that. But I wanted to potentially see, I know Eddie got his hat-trick, but I wanted to see Eddie on the left and Balogun in the middle. Because anytime I'd seen Eddie play on the wing this season, he looked pretty good. And I just think Balogun looked a bit lost out there. But definitely.
He had a chance, which Balogun should have finished. In the first half, definitely in the first half. You would have thought he would have caught it that little bit better, but it's a shame. But he's not a wide left player. You can see that he was a little bit lost out there.
Yeah, wicked. Thank you. I'll come to you, Albert. So with regards, obviously, this game, obviously, like I said, really convincing win. Canna's kind of given his take on the performance and some of the performance of the individual players. Now, two players that I kind of want to bring to your attention, obviously Pepe and Odegaard, they are definitely two players that do split opinion amongst Arsenal fans. Obviously, one's been at the club longer than the other, but both have kind of been criticised by sections of the Arsenal fans in terms of just not really kind of living up to expectations, Odegaard being a somewhat underwhelming transfer. What did you make of their performances in this game? And obviously, if you want to touch upon any of the other kind of highlights of the match.
Pepe is definitely a talking point amongst Arsenal fans, man. even when he's not playing. But Yeah, you know what? I think a lot of the Arsenal players are on a bit of a hide into nothing. And no disrespect to Sunderland because they're doing pretty well in their league domestically. I think they're third, like 4 points off the top.
Yeah.
So they've had a good start. They've had a good start to their domestic season. And as Cannon said, we got the goals, but then they got a goal back, and it for a good 10 minutes they look like they're going to make it. They're going to level it up. But in regards to, I'll start with Pepe first. Listen, no one doubts the guy's got ability and raw talent, but the problem he's got is, and even there were times in the game on Tuesday night, was it, where he can frustrate. Maybe that's because he's willing to take it on and try things differently, or he's just, he holds onto the ball too long, whatever way you want to look at it. But there's obviously parts to his game where he is very, very effective. The thing is, but he's got a problem at the moment because, as I've said before with him, he doesn't, when he's featured in the Premier League games this season, he doesn't make the right decisions at the key moments, and that's why he's not in the team. End of story. That's why he's not in the team. That's why Saka will get another head of him. Martinelli will definitely is in that vein of form right now where he's not going to be dropped. ESR can come back in. So you're looking at this, you're looking at the front four, especially, and you're thinking, I don't think there's a chance for him to actually nail a first team place. Yeah. Now, that's up to him to change Arteta's mind, but he was very good. And like Candace mentioned, I thought sorry for the left back for them. That actually, I think he came on as a sub, but I mean, to get nutmegged twice, I mean, wow. I mean, and to be fair, Pepe got a goal in the first half, which is going to be good for his confidence, hopefully. He's another player that hasn't mentioned about wanting to leave. These guys need to compete and fight for their place in the team. It's not going to be gifted to them. So we've got a lot more games this season for Pepe to actually be an integral part. But obviously he's going away in the African nations as well, I believe. So but it's up to him. To be honest, it's up to him. As for Ødegaard's an interesting one, man, because I didn't have an issue with Arsenal actually signing him on the permanent. I know a lot of Arsenal fans were a little bit underwhelmed with what they saw last season, but I think the key thing with him is get him playing further up the pitch. That extra 5-10 yards makes such a difference. There's too many games where I saw, particularly at the start of the season, where he's receiving the ball too deep. Yes, he's technically gifted, but for me, he's picking up the ball in the wrong areas. And like someone's mentioned it, a lot of people mentioned it. He's Ozil, but he presses.
Yeah.
And listen, he's getting goals. He's got goals. He's got a good goal scoring record at the moment, as has Emil Smith-Rowe, of course, as well. And that's what you want, because the problem with our team is we're not scoring enough goals. That will come, but it's also the workload of goals as well. And if Ødegaard can add that and making those advanced runs into the boxes, that's where you want your attacking, prominent players in those areas of the pitch. That it's not an accident. You got 3 goals in 3 games, or 3 goals in 4 games, because you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And listen, like I said, he can pick a pass. He looks forward, but the key thing, like I said with him, as I repeat before, get the team and get him playing further up the pitch. If you get that happening, then there's going to be more successes than failures at Arsenal this season.
Cool, sweet. No, definitely. Thank you for that, Albert. At this point, we're going to bring Lottie into the show because I know she's ready at this point. So here we go. Lottie, how are you, Lottie? Good evening. You good?
Hi, boys. Sorry, I muted myself. You're right, boys. Let's try that again. Good. I see you two coordinated with the hats. I had to go with something different. I'm sorry. I had to go with the reindeer.
Cool. I think I should just take mine off, innit, really?
That's cool. But yeah, nice for you to join us, Lottie. I'm going to come to you next, Stephen. So obviously, touch upon any point in the game, anything that you kind of want to highlight about the performance itself. But also, what did you make, obviously, the long-awaited debut of Charlie Patino, and obviously scoring on his debut?
All right, so firstly, anybody who wants to take part in the quiz, you can see the details down below you. Get a second device, log in now, put in the entry code. There's only 2 people so far in there. Okay, so on the game, Patino, great to see him finally get his debut. You know, we've all been crying out for it. I think it's the worst kept secret that this boy has talent.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's another one of a long list of players we've taken from Luton, and great things to happen. You know, that we've brought from Luton, like Robbie from AFTV. You know, so, but no, Patino's good. He is going to be an absolute megastar. You could see that. Now, that being said, we shouldn't get carried away. We need to remember it was Sunderland. He got 10 minutes. He had glimpses of what he could do, but you know, it's when he gets in the big games, when he gets into the Premier League. Now, I did read a thing today that, you know, Arteta certainly hinted that there's a possibility he could get a wee bit of game time in January.
Yeah.
With some of these players being away to the AFCON. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see. But he's definitely a talent. And it was lovely to see him get on the score sheet. For me, the only other thing I sort of want to talk about is Mckay has been getting an awful lot of praise. And honestly, I'm going to be controversial. I don't get it. He is great if he's within 6 yards. Anything outside of 6 yards, and he was awful. He was actually, you know, he had an opportunity to run the ball through the defence, and it just an awful first touch. He's got a really heavy first touch anywhere outside of 6 yards. If he has to try and control the ball, it's not there. You know, and that's a personal opinion. I just don't think he's. I don't think he's as good as we think, just because he got a hat-trick against Sunderland. You know, don't get me wrong. The finishes were sublime. They were, you know, lovely first touch finishes. But if you ask him to control the ball and take a shot from the edge of the box, it's not the same standard.
So you think he's somewhat found his level?
Well, we've always said on the show that we kind of think, you know, low-end Premier League, high-end Championship was his level.
Yeah.
And nothing he did the other night sort of changed my opinion on that.
Can I just say, I think his type of forward is pretty much like a dying breed now, right? Now, because he's like your Inzaghi, you know, and dare I say, Gary Lineker. He doesn't do anything outside the 18-yard box. Inzaghi, you don't give Inzaghi the ball, you know, in your halfway line or whatever. But anyway, around that 18-yard box or penalty spot kind of area, Inzaghi or whatever, he'll get you a goal. And I think that's what Mckay is like. And I think that's why Arteta kind of loves him so much. And he actually, I can see that Arteta actually really wants to keep him. But the problem with Mckay is that he probably needs someone up there with him so he can play off. Just that the system that we play probably is not suited to him, and it's the same thing probably with Aubameyang as well.
Yeah, he's going to work better in a 4-4-2.
Yeah,
with someone close to him. But as I say, I mean, a lot of people compare him to Wright, but Wright could score from outside the box.
Yeah, no, Wright could dribble and do.
You know, Wright was awesome. So I just don't get it. I wouldn't be clamoring to give him a new contract. Certainly not on, you know. I believe he wants quite high wages, and I know Arteta's come out and said no, it's about playing time. But for me, he's never going to be a first-team starter at Arsenal. And if that's what he wants, is to be a starter, he needs to move on for the sake of his own career. He's not going to get that at Arsenal. He's not going to get that at any of the top 6 sides. Just being realistic, you know, the game isn't made for that sort of 6-yard poacher anymore. There is a time for it. But the overall game, and certainly our style of play, it's not designed for it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I love it. I love it. Santa in the building, being controversial. I'm here for it. I'm
Go on, Santa.
absolutely here for it. Do you know what I mean? Go on, Santa. Definitely. But yeah.
He is off his
It's
list
a valid
already.
point. You know, it's a valid point because I've seen. You know what? I'm happy for the lads. You know, he scored a hat trick. You know, we got some minutes, but yeah, I've seen some crazy tweets this week about like, you know, give him what he wants and, you know, rare tear.
If I'd have seen that tweet, I definitely would have said something because I never saw that.
I'm gonna have to go and find it and screenshot it and send it to you. I'm gonna have to find it. But yeah, no, thank you for that, Steve, and really, really good take on that performance of Nketiah. I'm gonna come to you now, Lottie. Obviously, you joined us late, but I'm gonna come to you, and I know you're waiting patiently. Obviously, feel free to talk about anything about the match. We've kind of covered, obviously, some individual performances, you know, of the guys who played Patino, Balogun, Pepe, and so forth. But yeah, feel free to obviously summarize the game in terms of what you saw. But I want to speak to you primarily about, obviously, the draw. So, you know, Sunderland are now gone. And I don't know about you lot, but I was literally checking. I wasn't watching the draw live, but I was checking my timeline continuously to see who was going to get. Hoping Brentford, hoping West Ham, hoping Leicester were going to do us a favour. But it didn't quite work out like that. Now, yeah, so summarize obviously the performance if you want, or you can directly just focus on the draw itself. But yeah, Liverpool in the next round. At the moment, it's still looking at 2 legs, but there are rumours due to the whole COVID and schedule that it could actually be reduced to a 1-game knockout in the semi-final. Obviously, Liverpool are going to be without the likes of Mane and Salah for that match, which some Arsenal fans, you know, feel that gives us a bit more of an opportunity. But yeah, how are you feeling about the draw, and can we go all the way?
I'm not impressed with the draw. Every season we get them. Every single season, and I'm sick of it. It's all fixed as far as I'm concerned. It is. If you look back the last couple of seasons, we've always gone out to them. I mean, they might not have Salah, they might not have Mane. Can't get my words out tonight. But at the moment, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, they're having this. Their fullbacks are having this brilliant season. Like watching their games as a neutral is actually just great in general. But there's so many other players that can fill those boots. I mean, their 2 biggest threats are going, but it doesn't mean they're not a weakened side.
Yeah,
I think if they do reduce it to the 1 leg and we played at home, I think we'd be okay because our record at home is brilliant. But we'd have to see what happens really and see what crowd turns up, especially after last night with the lights at 81 minutes celebrating because Spurs it's been 81 years since Spurs won a trophy. Like, what is that? I don't know if you guys saw from home, but everyone started getting their phone lights out, the torches.
Yeah, I was at the game. Yeah, and I was thinking, come on, man.
Like, it got to the point where the Sunderland fans were singing Tottenham songs because that's all we sing about, and I'm sitting there like I couldn't even get like She Wore a Yellow Ribbon going. I had kids behind me, yeah. They were singing it, but my block was just silent. Then again, I was upstairs, so I can't really complain. But it's just so many new ones, and like I do really recommend if you guys are ever at games, go and pick up the Gooner. There's a page in there. There's always 3 new songs every week, and anybody who is watching, you can actually get this online as well and sent to you. But I just recommend it. It'll always tell you which tune it's to, and you can just play the song and just get the words together. It's brilliant.
Wicked. Can Arteta lead us to winning his 3rd trophy as an Arsenal manager? Can he do it?
Oh, there's possibly 2 at the moment. If we're not going to get the league, there's still the FA Cup to start as well. So it's 2 at the moment. It's potential.
But in terms of the Carabao Cup, do you think he could do it?
Depends what Liverpool put out. Depends what they put out.
How are the rest of us feeling? Obviously, how are the rest of us feeling about the draw? Liverpool. Albert,
you're on mute.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Lottie, man. I thought let me mute myself here. But no, when the draw happened, I was thinking you know what, if Tottenham go through, I think we'll get Tottenham in the semi-final. You know? So when we came out first, I thought, yes, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get the enemy, but we got Liverpool. I thought, okay, you know what? Because you thought, you know what? If Liverpool's got through, obviously we got through. Tottenham and Chelsea. Whoever it's going to be, it's not going to be an easy one. And actually, I said this to I had this conversation. I think I had a conversation with Lottie or maybe RJ if he's in the chat. But I don't think. Well, I don't think there's ever been. Is there ever been an Arsenal Tottenham final? So the possibility of that happening would be mega.
Yeah, that would be too much for me.
Yeah. You know
how Arsenal do. If a player hasn't scored for about 20 years, play against Arsenal and it will score, and it will just be our luck that we play Tottenham in the final, and they. Oh no! You know what? I don't want us to be the team that gives them a bloody trophy.
No, you know what? I understand that kind of feeling. People say, you know what? That could be the worst nightmare to play Tottenham in the final and lose. I'd have to vacate my channel for about 6 months. I couldn't do it. But you know what? I do. You know what? G. You know what? Bring them on. Listen, it's a semi-final of a cup competition. I'm old enough to remember the last time we won a League Cup, which is a long, long time ago. Casey and Wrighty were playing in that final against Sheffield Wednesday. So it's a long, long time ago. Wenger couldn't get it done in the years he's at Arsenal. So listen, bring it on, man. Get us the trophy. Yes, we got Liverpool. They got danger men. You know, Jota's going to be there unless something happens. Still a good side, man. They done well to beat Leicester yesterday, even though people said Leicester bottled it. But listen, it's a FA. It's a cup competition. Arsenal got a good chance. Let's not erase, but let's have some new memories to think about other than 1993.
Definitely. Canners, Stephen, how you feeling about the draw? Can we do it?
I at home, I think we'll be fine, to be honest. And if it is, I wonder what they would do if it does go to one leg. Do they keep the draw as is? Like we came out first at the hat, so it's at our ground or whatever. But I think, at home, we could do that. I mean, the thing when you have Mane and Salah playing, your natural thing is to double up on them because and I think without those two playing, I'm not saying it would be easy, but it might be slightly easier. I don't know. But, I would rather we got Chelsea, to be honest. I think we would have done Chelsea quite comfortably. I really do. Tottenham just wouldn't have been it would have been too much for me playing Tottenham.
Yeah.
But
bring it on, man. Bring it on.
Bring it on. Yeah, definitely. Stephen, before we move on, I'll come to you and just say, so obviously there's been a lot of chat about two legs, a one tie, one game, one tie. Do you think either or suits Arsenal a bit better in terms of progressing in this competition? Just from a personal perspective.
One leg suits us better. I think realistically we can beat any team on our day.
Yeah.
But it's doing it twice. And the thing with it is, if we beat Liverpool at home, they're going to turn up when we're at their ground. You know that they're going to be fired up for it. And I'm just looking here. I mean, our run of fixtures in January. We've got City on the 1st. Then we've got Liverpool. Then we're away to Forest. Then we've got Liverpool again. And then we've got Spurs. Away to Spurs. It's a tough run of fixtures all of a sudden.
Happy New Year, innit?
Yeah. And it's you have to sort of think, what do we prioritise? Yeah. Do we prioritise the cup and play everybody? Because it's a lot of games close together again. And the other side of it is we don't know obviously what's going to happen. There's obviously talks of circuit breakers and lockdowns and all sorts, games being played behind closed doors. We don't know what's going to happen. But certainly I think if they reduce it to one leg, we've got a much better chance.
Yeah. And
I'd be a lot more confident, especially as was talked about, no Salah, no Mane.
Yeah.
No Naby Keita or whatever he's called. He's not going to be there either. Obviously, we're going to be without Partey and Pepe Aubameyang. But really, the only one of those that we're really going to miss is Partey because the other two aren't starting anyway. And Elneny doesn't start. So, in terms of our African contingent, we're really only going to be missing Partey from the starting 11. So we can put out pretty much a full-strength team.
Yeah, good point.
And have a good chance. So it would be nice to get to the final.
Yeah, no, definitely. Cool. Wicked. Well, we're going to be moving on shortly to the part of the show where we're going to be doing our festive fun quiz. But before we do that, I'm just going to run through some of the comments. So we've got here Tracy Curtin. Santa, what country are you from? Would you like to answer that one, Santa?
The North Pole, obviously. I'm from Northern Ireland.
Wicked.
Just outside of Belfast.
No problem. Cannon FC, all-star panelists. Thank you so much, Cannon FC. We've got here Gary. Merry Christmas, really. Okay. Really Sarkar. I was at the game. Fair play to Sunderland. They came to play football and not just park the bus. Their travelling fans were fantastic and made a great atmosphere for the cup game. Really Sarkar again. Can we name the Carabao Cup as the Eddie Nketiah Cup? Yeah, I think he's crazy. Like he scored like 10 goals in 9 games or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. Love that competition. BX Gunner 81. Eddie has definitely earned a Prem start with that exquisite display. Well, look, we're going to be previewing. We're going to be previewing the Norwich game shortly, so we'll definitely be discussing lineups. We've got a lineup, Stephen's lineup, but obviously all of us are going to have a say on what we will go with for that match, or what we would go with. Ryan Williams, good evening, Ryan. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you're all good. All good this end. Thank you so much. Gary, good problem. Odegaard creates multiple scoring chances that are missed, but we're still scoring. And I think, yeah, that's definitely a positive at the moment. Yeah. You know, I think we've been really critical. Well, I've been critical of the lack of, you know, decent offensive play. So it is nice to get, you know, a good run of games where we're actually scoring goals. He's adapting, which is good, but he still needs cover behind him, as in the midfielders. Merry Christmas, Lottie. That was you welcoming you to the show, Lottie. Benjamin Snyder, welcome, Lottie, and Merry Christmas. Everyone's saying Lottie. They're showing you some love. Hi, Lottie. Vibes. Gary, Stephen, I might agree with you. I enjoyed the hat-trick, but Arsenal is still 2 to 3 strikers from where they want to be. So that's obviously Gary backing up your perspective on the Nketiah performance. Next one, we've got Ridi Sakar again. Hard to see him starting in the league, maybe against Forest. A lot of opinions about Eddie. Tracy here saying Eddie said he wants minutes. I think he will leave in the summer for nothing. If he really wants minutes, he'd be gone in Jan. Gary again. Eddie run. Ainsley wanted minutes, and we know what minutes he got. Run, Eddie. I think Ainsley wasn't available for that match. I saw a tweet from Arsenal saying that he was actually had to pull out ill. Jay Gillian, what about Holding's new do? Are we talking about his hairstyle there?
Yeah, he said his hair transformed. It's the best hairline comeback I've ever seen.
This guy gets ripped on social media, I tell you.
Yeah,
you got the money, mate. Do it, mate.
Yeah.
Nah, Bob Holding's in the bin, and Rob Holding is back.
Yeah, Ridi Sakar, would you start Eddie against Liverpool in the semis? We're probably not got time to probably have that conversation now, but I'll just go around the panel really quick. Canners, would you start him against Liverpool?
Yeah.
Lottie?
No.
Albert?
Oh, yeah.
Stephen?
No.
Me? No. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty kind of even, really. Sign up for the quiz now, folks. Yeah, so we're going to be going over to the quiz really shortly once we brief.
There's only 6 people in at the moment, G.
Brilliant.
And there's 13 watching. Now,
Romy 134. Salah and Mane will be at AFCON, right? Yeah, they will be. Cal, Conte already got them working hard, but I'd rather not play Spurs. Gary again, Jota loves playing us. He really does. He really
record.
does.
Very good record.
He really does. And lastly, Romy 134. I wanted Chelsea as well. Yeah. Right. So at this point, guys.
Jay, sorry.
Yeah.
Just sorry. First of all, yeah. Anybody wants to play the quiz, sign up now. I just want to go back to Tracy's comment there, just very quickly, because obviously we're talking about Eddie, and that's this one of Eddie said he wants minutes. I think he will leave in the summer for nothing. If he really wants minutes, he'd be gone in January. For me personally, if he'd have really wanted minutes and the money wasn't a big factor for him, he would have gone to Palace last summer, because he would have got minutes at Palace. You know, he'd have been a regular starter at Palace. So this, I'm not buying this. He just wants to play regular football. He wanted more money. And that was the problem why he turned down the Palace deal, was apparently because they weren't offering him a high enough wage. So I don't buy it's not about the money, it's he just wants regular first team football. Because he could have had it.
So what was the fee? What was the fee agreed?
The fee was agreed. Everything was sorted. It was just he couldn't agree personal terms.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. No, it's a very valid point. Very valid point. I need to actually do this. So anybody in the chat, if you're not actually ready to take part in the quiz, you do need a second device. You do need your phone. You need a second device to kind of take part. So take part in the quiz. Go to www.slido.do.
Just put Slido into Google. It'll come straight up. And then just put the entry code in.
The code. I'm literally going to be popping in my code now because I haven't even joined.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Channels and Albert as well.
I'll take over for a wee sec, G, while you're doing that.
No worries.
I'll read out this comment from Ryan, but obviously I'm not going to bring it up on the screen to let people see the details there. It's true, he should have went to Palace, but I think his agent has been in his ear about the money. I mean, we see that a lot. Agents talking to players' ears about money. And the more they can get. And the agents, unfortunately, are killing the game. Ryan's going to join now. Everybody else, make sure and join up because these quizzes are always good fun.
I'm in now.
I'm in.
Keith just joined us. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. No worries, Keith.
G? Yeah. I can actually display it on the screen. Is it all right if I add my screen? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead. I think we did that for the Halloween special, didn't we?
I know I couldn't work out how to actually.
Oh yeah. If you can do that, fire away.
I won't be able to see you though. That's the problem.
Keith has just joined us. If you have a second device, either if you're watching on your phone or your laptop, use another device and take part in the quiz.
G, can you add my screen, please? And we can see everybody who's on there. I actually can't see anything, so
there we go.
Okay, so we've got Gary, we've got John, Lottie, G, Canners, Calvin, Albert, Shane, Jamie, and myself. Anybody else wants to join? I can take this off the screen. Hold on.
You can actually scan the QR code on the screen as well, if that's easier.
Yeah, hold on 1 sec. So we can see Albert. There you go, Albert. We can see you again. Join at slido.com and use entry code 553327. We'll give it another minute or so. Lottie, you were at the game, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was up in block 111. Up in
there, and Canners was there. Just very, very quickly before we go on to the quiz, sorry, G, for sort of hijacking here.
No, listen, do your thing. I don't mind. It gives me an opportunity to drink some more coconut rum. So I'm not complaining.
I just want to ask you both.
Good.
I mean, obviously, things are changing. I seen a lot of stuff on Twitter earlier on the week. People sort of saying they weren't going to go to the game and maybe looking to give away their tickets and stuff. And looking at it on the TV, it did look like the ground was a bit emptier. Did you notice a drastic drop off in attendance and a difference in atmosphere?
Well, there was a lot of. I find that with cup games, it's more a family day out than it is the regular fans. Yeah. There was a lot of more teenagers there without their parents, or kids with their parents or dads taking their kids to, or mums actually. I saw mums taking their daughters and things as well. It was surprisingly empty in terms of the West Stand, where I couldn't see. The East Stand looked pretty full from where I was sitting completely, but obviously the North Bank was full as usual. You had 5,000 Sunderland fans down the other end.
They were good.
Fair play, long journey, man.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. They even tried to banter us and just like it's just like nobody's singing back, and it was just this. I normally love cup games, but I was sitting in the wrong block. I have to be down in the corner next to them to enjoy it, but I saw some absolutely sublime football. I will say that from where I was sitting, especially from Pepe of all people.
Yeah, I thought he was man of the match. Me personally, on Tuesday, I thought he was decent. I took my daughter, so I was one of those that So I was fortunate. It's a good opportunity to take her. She goes to all the most of the women's games and stuff, and she wanted to see one of the men's games, so I took her.
Oh, did she go to Barcelona?
No, she didn't.
I
She
was
was
there for that one.
yeah, she was
Yeah.
peeved that she couldn't. Yeah.
Both me and Albert were there for that one. So
Oh.
Yeah, footballing humbling, man. Whoa.
yeah, well, yeah, it was a humbling, but it was just you could sit there and appreciate the football. I don't mean to be funny,
They're a good side.
especially from Barcelona.
Yeah, very good side.
Okay, folks, if you're watching live, we'll give you one more minute to sign up for the quiz.
Come
Details
on,
are
people.
on the screen there.
I've got 12 in at the moment.
Yeah, Keith doesn't have another device, no problem. Listen, if you don't manage to sign up and you do still want to sort of take part in the quiz, if you can fire your answers into the chat as quick as you can, you know, we're happy enough for you to do that. We just obviously can't score you.
It's 1 point per question anyway. They can keep track of what, because I put the answers up. The answers come up on the screen just after. You can see everybody's voting as well, which is interesting, but not specifics.
This is going to be so interesting because I think Canners and Albert are they're more competitive than me. So
Lottie, when you watch the rerun, when you go back and you see the start, I tell you, me and Albert go at it.
Okay.
Not happy. You've got to be the unbiased steward here and actually tell us.
I'm not playing referee. You're on your own.
You're gonna have to. You have to.
I'm gonna watch it back.
I wasn't happy with G. I wasn't happy with G.
Oh man, what?
Thing is, with my answers on this, they don't count because I did a test run to make sure it all worked. So, and I obviously know the answers because I wrote it.
I'll read these couple of comments out, and then Lottie, if you get ready to start. So, Cal, coconut rum, lemon. I'm making eggnog tomorrow for first time.
Ooh.
Ready? I'm in as well. Cal, Stephen, arranged yourself in the quiz number 9. Yeah, I'm the star. What can I say? It's either that or I'm top of the Christmas tree. And Cal saying he'll take left wing. Right, panel, you's all ready?
Good to go.
Good to go.
Yep.
Lottie, take it away.
Let's go.
Come on, lots.
What made Christmas Day in 1886 so special for Arsenal FC? We beat Tottenham. On Christmas Day 1886, they changed the name of their club from Dial Square to Royal Arsenal, or we won the league.
Ooh. I know
Remember
what I'm gonna do.
Sand.
I really don't know, man.
I've done a chase. So I've gone down the
Time's up. Let's have it. Right, so okay. All right, is everyone ready for answers?
Educated guess. Okay.
Woo!
Yes.
Like Albert's expression, he got that one wrong.
Yeah.
No, I got it right. I said yes.
Albert got that right.
Right. Time for round. Next question. Why do Arsenal wear red? A, they have always been Arsenal colours since 1886. 2, a donation of red shirts from Nottingham Forest shortly after Arsenal were founded in 1886, or it's the colours that were chosen when the club was established.
No idea.
No idea, man.
This one threw me. I was actually quite surprised. I learned the answer to this. That's really interesting.
Go on, lots. Uh-oh.
Are you ready for the answers, guys?
Yeah.
It was a donation of red shirts from Nottingham Forest.
I knew that.
Oh no.
Right, next question. How many years have Arsenal been in top flight football? 86, 101, 110, or 125? This will be very interesting because a lot of people don't think we've ever been relegated, and we have.
Of course we have. Right, let's have a go. Can't remember.
By the way, the answer that I think I've put there is wrong still.
Oh, that's a big guess.
Oh wow.
Because it should be 102 years.
Oh, ooh.
Right.
Well done.
It was 100. It is 102 officially this year, but this year is not done.
True.
Well said.
Still got another 7 days yet, so it's still 101.
It's true, yeah.
Mr. Technicality. I should knock points off you for that, Canners.
Okay.
Right, next question, guys. What's Lottie's favourite Christmas film? Elf, Home Alone 2, Lost in
Oh,
New York, or The
God.
Muppets, A Christmas Carol? G and Stephen, if you get this wrong, I've told you my favourite Christmas film. I will be
I
disappointed.
don't remember.
That's
I
not fair.
only found this
don't
out
remember.
very recently.
I've told you this actually, Albert, as well. Because we were talking about Christmas
very
films the other night.
recently. Very.
Yep.
Come on, man. I need the points.
Just like point out, this quiz isn't fixed in any way.
No.
No, honestly,
it's
it's
not,
not.
'cause-
But, you
just
know,
where we have
Lottie told us all the
conversation.
answers.
The answer is The Muppets, A Christmas Carol.
Get in.
I love the Michael Caine film.
Get in.
Next one. What is G's favourite Christmas movie? Oh, I can't spell. I've missed the A out of Christmas.
I think I'm getting this right.
Of course you will. It's your question. Christmas Carol, The
Oh
Grinch, or
my
Polar
God.
Express? 5 people, 7 people have voted now. 8, 9. One more
You kind
person.
of look like the Grinch.
That's what I put. It's got to be right. It's got.
What's that? What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
it
be.
was. There we go. And G's favourite film is The Grinch. The
Brilliant.
next question. And the leaderboard at the moment, obviously, I'm on top because I tested it. Canners is in the lead at the moment. Mine doesn't count. So
Boy.
Canners
Boy.
has got 4.
Hey, Albert, Canners is coming for
Yeah,
you now.
yeah.
What?
Are we aggregating the scores from the?
You're not,
Oh,
that number
you
one
want
spot doesn't
overall,
count
yeah?
because I did a test one.
Canners wants guest Santa and quiz to be incorporated, you know?
God.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Right. Let's move on to the next
Oh,
bit.
man.
Next question. What is Stephen's favourite Christmas movie? Gremlins, Die Hard,
Oh,
or Santa Claus?
God.
Oh,
All of them. Well, I watched one yesterday, so I'm just gonna go for that one.
I reckon Steven's a die-hard kind of guy.
That was on yesterday as well.
Yippee! Yay!
Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the answers? It's Santa Claus.
Oh, no.
Seriously, Stephen.
He gave us a clue.
No, you know what? That's out of order.
He
That's out of
gave
order.
us a clue, to be fair.
Me and this guy been going at it in WhatsApp, debating whether or not Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
All for it to be Santa Claus.
Did I ever? I said this to Lottie the other day. Did I ever once say it was my favorite movie? My
Yeah, no,
favourite
to be
Christmas
fair,
Man.
me
I
and
just said
Stephen
it
did have an
was
argument over
Christmas.
this.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Oh
did
my
me, man. You
God.
did me there.
oh.
Santa
I knew
Claus
you'd
the
get
movie
caught
was
out on that
funny.
one.
You did me, Stephen.
Right, next question, guys. How old is Arsenal Women's Football Club? 33, 34, 35, or 36?
Oh my gosh.
Should we go
You're
for
gonna
odd
hate
or
me for the
even?
next few questions.
Jesus.
Let's go for odd.
No idea.
Complete guess.
Yeah.
Odd or even.
5 seconds.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Oh,
Come on, man. Come on.
voting.
ah,
34.
damn.
1987.
no.
1987.
Come on, man.
Our very own kit manager. Right, next question. What shirt number does Leah Williamson wear? 77, 3, 6, or 23?
Am I allowed to ask a friend?
No. Bearing in mind, she is a centre back. And don't you be texting your daughter, Hannah's. She'd know.
Oh, no.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6.
Get in. Get in.
Gee, I'm pleased you got that right.
Yeah, I
This
know. I had
round
to get that
is-
one right,
I'm
innit?
doing so poor in this round. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
they're very poor.
Okay, which international team does Katie Mckay play for? Republic of Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland, or England?
Gonna get this wrong now.
Yeah.
There's only one person that's definitely gonna get this right.
Oh, now you say, damn.
Do you know what,
Yeah,
Cannon? You're
which
so
one?
competitive. This is
I
actually
know.
quite funny.
Oh.
Which one?
On a bad round, man.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
For all of you who voted for Northern Ireland, I am very disappointed. She plays for the Republic of Ireland.
Oh,
I voted for Republic of Ireland, but I'm very disappointed she doesn't play for Northern Ireland as well.
Yeah, there is that as well. Stephen.
See, when
Oh,
if
man.
you had said that,
Next question, guys. Who is Arsenal women's top goal scorer this season? Mano Iwabuchi, Kim Little, Beth Mead, Vivian Miedemar, or Katie Mckay?
It's gotta be, innit? It's gotta be.
I deliberately put the 5 on there.
It's gotta be. I think I got that wrong, you know. I think I got that wrong, you know.
Well, the 83% has spoken.
Oh, I've
Yes,
got one right.
yes,
I've got one
yes.
right for once.
It had to
Yeah.
be.
These 5 girls, they're all our top goal scorers at the minute.
Yeah.
They're just in a random order.
Okay.
Anybody who watches the ladies will know. Right, are we ready for the leaderboard?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely not on there, man.
So at the moment,
I'm
Ridge is now
falling,
leading. Jamie is
man.
in second. Canis is dropped down to 3rd. And Stephen, you're currently in 4th.
That's
man.
a
I'm
terrible
7th,
round.
I'm doing poor.
And I can see that G is nowhere to be seen.
7th, man.
I can't see that on my screen. Right, are we ready for the next question, guys?
No.
Bring it on.
How many different goal scorers have Arsenal Women's FC had this season? 5,
Oh
10,
my
15 or
gosh.
20?
Oh,
Killing me now.
I think this is the last women's questions, Canna's. Very last one.
complete guess.
Yeah, I'm
You'll
guessing.
be surprised at the number. It's
High.
I got it wrong then.
yeah.
Yeah, I should. I've gone
It's,
10.
put it this way, it's more than the men's. It's 15.
Damn.
Wow.
That is good. That's impressive.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. We score for fun. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Thanks, Albert. How many different goal scorers have Arsenal had this season? So we're
I've
looking
got
at the
no idea,
men's
man.
9, 10, 11 or 12.
Mate.
That's a guess as well.
Yeah.
Seriously, Lottie, you need to get out more.
Yeah,
Well, do you know what? I had. Do you know what? I put this all on Monday when I was supposed to be working. So, you know, that's interesting.
man.
The answer is 11.
Oh,
I've got one right. Oh my god.
Well done, Albs.
Yes.
mate.
Right. Who's Arsenal's top goal scorer in the league at the moment? Emile Smith-Rowe, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Bukayo Saka, or Gabriel Martinelli?
Easy.
Come on, man. I gotta get this one.
Easy.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta get this one wrong.
If I get this wrong, I'm gonna be pissed.
You shouldn't
Especially
get
after
this,
all
you
those
shouldn't get
stats
this
I've been
wrong.
spitting at you.
Yeah, I
Jay.
know.
I will be annoyed if you get this wrong.
I need to move
Get
up the
it.
table, man.
Oh, yeah, everyone's got that
100%.
one right.
Everyone's got that
Watch
one
out.
right.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah,
got, I think
he's
he's got
just
7,
literally
isn't he? He's got
overtaken
7, hasn't he?
Aubameyang. He's got a total of 8 at the moment. All right, next one. Where would Lottie rather be spending Christmas this year? At Hogwarts, with her family, or Arsenal away in Norwich?
Well, that's an easy one, man. If it's not what I think it is, I'll be very disappointed.
You can't be disappointed in me.
Gotta be.
It's
Come
an
on.
obvious one, really.
Come on, G.
So for those in the chat that are watching but aren't playing, how you getting on?
Come on, G.
Drop your comments and let us know.
Ooh.
Come
Ooh,
on.
that's
Quite-
interesting.
Quite split.
Yeah, that is very split. But I'd like to thank the 25%.
Oh,
Very much.
Yes. Of course,
Very
man.
much. I did actually spend last Christmas on my own, so thank you very much, guys.
Not this time. Not this time.
Right, moving on to the next one. Where would G like to spend Christmas? Somewhere where it's guaranteed to snow, a bright white hot beach, London, or doesn't like Christmas? Bar humbug.
well, seeing as he likes to Grinch.
I like the story behind it. He's misunderstood. I like it. I can relate to him sometimes. You know?
Oh, okay.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, well done to the 17% that did choose.
Yeah, I love snow.
Wow.
Anywhere with snow.
I love snow. You see, when it
Great.
snows, I'm like a big kid. Listen, I love snow.
Excellent.
Love it.
I think the leaderboard's next. Yep. At the moment, Jamie's winning. He's on that top spot.
Woo.
Fritz has dropped
I've
down
just
to
gone
second.
down.
Stephen
down.
is
I'm
dropped
down, man.
into third, and G is now fourth.
Oof.
Wow.
Like classic Arsenal.
Right, I've got 5 questions to try and do something special, man.
Yep, you do, Albert. Got to pull it out the bag and hope these guys get it all wrong.
Mm.
The next
Come on,
question is
Albert.
going to be very interesting, though. What collection of Christmas things is Stephen most proud of? Musical teddies, lights, or Christmas tree ornaments? This one
Ooh.
surprised me. I thought it was really good.
I don't know.
Gee.
I have no idea.
This quiz has just told me that I need to talk to you guys a lot more.
It's true, man. There's some mad questions in here, man.
Madness.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
It's lights. No, I'm joking. Imagine this is on 0%.
Right. And the answer is musical teddies. Stephen,
Yes.
let's tell the story behind
Yeah,
that.
that was a complete guess.
That was a
I thought I was gonna put lights, you know. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been the one person.
I actually have a really big collection of Christmas lights as well. Like I have
Yeah.
Bluetooth operated ones and all sorts of musical operated ones. But yeah, no, every year after Christmas, I go to the sales, got like Homebase and B&Q and
Yeah.
places like that. And any of the musical teddies, I buy them cheap.
Wicked.
I always
many
get
you
like try to get like 2 a year, and I have bags and bags
what,
of them.
Stephen?
Wicked.
Tremendous.
It's pretty awesome. Right, on to the next one. In Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what is the item that Kevin is given by Mr. Duncan in the toy store? A reindeer, turtle doves, Santa Claus, or holly?
Oh, I can't bloody remember.
I've watched this film 100 times, you know, and I don't even know
You
this.
don't remember. Are
I don't know this.
you serious?
No, I can't remember.
Don't
Oh,
know
this
at all.
is one of it's probably my second favorite
Can't
film.
remember.
I don't know. I just did a complete guess.
So easy.
I just like the part when he's mashing up the intruders. You know what I mean? That's the bit I like.
I've done an educated guess.
I just went reindeer, to be honest.
Answer is turtle doves.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
no idea.
Well done, Alps.
Come on, man.
I'm stink at this game.
I'm trying to go. I'm going for Champions League qualification, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make top 4 right now. I'm trying to make top
True.
4.
You're trying to be
Europa
Arsenal.
League, baby. Europa
I'm
League.
Brighton
baby.
right now.
Right, guys, next question. In Elf, what animal does Buddy
Oh,
try to
no.
hug? A cat, a raccoon, a
Oh, I
badger,
know
or a
this one.
moose?
I can't remember.
Actually, I don't know though. Wait. No, I've got. I should have get this
15
one. Right, man.
seconds, G.
I should get this one. I should get this
guessing
one.
again.
No, you know, I think I got it wrong. You know.
I've got it wrong as well.
Yeah. I can't tell the difference between two of the animals. I'm like, what is it? Yeah, I think I got it right. I think by that percentage, I must have got it right.
It was a raccoon.
Oh, good.
I can't
Oh,
believe you don't know the difference between a cat and a moose.
Oh my god.
oh.
This game's rigged.
No, it's
Callers, this game is rigged, you know.
Oh.
Oh, mate.
not. Okay, on to
Next question.
I have to get
Next
killed back
question.
at the armory.
In Christmas with the Cranks, what do the Cranks do that causes a neighborhood uproar? Use blinding lights, create an ice skating rink, skip Christmas, or trash the other decorations? This film is hilarious. I absolutely adore this film.
I've not watched this in years, you know. I watched Deck the Halls the other day, but not this
Am I
one.
gonna?
Nice.
Am I allowed to say who the Cranks?
I feel you though. I've not seen this film
Comedy.
in years.
I've not seen this.
I've not seen this film in years. I know I got it wrong, to be honest.
Skip Christmas.
Oh,
It's quite
Yeah.
that's quite interesting on
Yeah, I
people's
got it
answers though.
I
That's quite
put
cool.
use blinding lights. I was. Oh dear.
Right, final question, guys.
yeah. I
What
think
is the name of the Muppet that narrates with Gonzo in The Muppets: A Christmas Carol? Rudy, Rizzo, or Rupert?
Yeah, I think I'm in the conference league, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm Sunday League.
Yeah, I don't think I've made Europe this year, you know.
These questions are mad.
Yeah, I don't think I've made Europe.
No idea.
I don't think I've made Europe, man.
Oh, I think
That's
I
a
got one.
guess. That's a
Yeah.
complete guess.
It's
Yeah.
Rizzo the Rat.
Straight down the middle.
Yep.
Got it.
Rizzo the
Man.
Rat.
Let's look at this league table now.
Are
Oh,
we ready for the
Jesus.
leaderboard? Can I
Let's
get
not.
a drum roll,
Let's
please? Can I get a drum roll from someone? Jamie has won our quiz with 12 points.
I can't
Wait.
even.
Stephen is coming second with 11.
Ah,
Rids,
Stephen.
and
Yes.
Rids is also tied in second, and RJ has
Go
come
on,
in
RJ.
third.
I
Well,
came
fourth,
sixth, man. So I made Europa League.
Came 7th, man.
I made Europa. Cannons, where
Dennis,
you
where
come?
did you come?
8th.
Oh, you made
No,
conference,
sorry.
yeah?
Wait a minute. No, 10th. Sorry, 10th.
Well, I was at 12 at one point, so I'll
Top
take
half,
7th.
top
I'll
half
take
of the
7th.
table.
Top up. Yeah, literally just.
Top half of the
Take
table.
Brilliant.
Wicked.
Well done
So,
to
yeah.
Jamie. Well done, Jamie. He actually messaged me earlier on and said he was winning this quiz because he couldn't listen to Danny Moore G's gluten after winning the one at Halloween. So well done, Jamie.
Thank you,
Well
Jamie.
Yeah, I would have been unbearable had I won that one as well. I
Yeah.
would have been absolutely unbearable.
Yeah.
You lot would have
Yeah.
just kicked me out the studio. I would have been unbearable. But yeah, no, thank you
Yeah, I
so
would have
much
been as
for
well.
putting that together. That was brilliant. Good, nice bit of fun.
Well done.
So yeah, obviously at this point, obviously we've just done our quiz, bit of festive fun. We're going to be now previewing obviously the Norwich game, which is going to be taking place on Boxing Day in the Premier League. By all accounts, the match is going ahead, and I think the best place to start is where am I? I'm going to bring up a lineup. Now, Stephen, I'm going to hand it over to you because this is your team. I don't know whether this is the team you think Arteta will play or if this is the team that you want to play. But yeah, take it away.
All right. So, yeah, it's not the team I think Arteta will play. There's obviously one significant change that will probably be made. But if it was me, this would be the team I would pick. Obviously, Ramsdale in goal. Leno, I think he could have done better for the goal against Sunderland. I think if he had come out a wee bit earlier, if he had made that decision just that wee bit quicker, but then that could come from a lack of game time. So it's hard to know, but there's no reason to drop Ramsdale. I've gone for Cedric at right back purely. I don't know if Tomiyasu is going to be fit. I know obviously he took a bit of a knock, so I don't know if he's going to be fit or not. And it's Norwich, so I don't see any reason why we need to rush him back. Especially when we've got Wolves 2 days later. So I'd be inclined to sort of say play Cedric. I've seen a lot of people sort of saying Cedric was poor, but I actually thought Cedric was okay. A lot of good overlapping runs with Pepe. So I thought Cedric was all right against Sunderland the other night. He's a better crosser of the ball than a lot of the players we have. And you see that's why he takes so many of the free kicks and stuff. He's a very good crosser of the ball. So I have no issue with him at right back. Obviously, our strongest centre-back pairing is Ben White and Gabriel. So again, keep them together, let them play, and Tierney at left back, as always. Partey obviously doesn't leave for the AFCON until I think it's the day after this game. So let's get him involved, make the most of, we pay his wages. Let's have him in the team. Next to Partey, I've gone for Smith Rowe purely because Martinelli for me is undroppable at the minute. He's playing so well, we can't drop him. So where does Smith Rowe fit into it? And arguably, again, it's Norwich. This is an opportunity to maybe do something a wee bit different in the midfield, and see if ESR could play next to Partey in that sort of role. And again, Odegaard has been playing particularly well. As I said earlier on, created the most chances in the Premier League in the last, I think it's 4 or 5 games. So again, I don't really think you can drop him. Saka, star boy, good as Pepe was the other night. Again, it was Sunderland. I'd still think Saka deserves to be playing. Bring Pepe on as super sub if needs be. And Lacazette, he's captain of the team. And he's been leading the line well. And to me, he's really stepped up since the whole Aubameyang incident. He's leading the team well. His hold-up play is brilliant. He's great with the younger players, bringing them into the game. And I don't really see any other option unless we play Aubameyang. But I still don't think Aubameyang's even training with the first team at the minute. And I certainly wouldn't be playing Nketiah or Balogun. So that's it.
Cool. Cheers. Thank you for that. I'll come to you, Albert, with this one. So obviously thoughts on the lineup that Stephen's gone with. And added to that, where is this game won and lost for Arsenal?
Cool. I'll tell you, you can't go to Norwich and put down to be fair, since Dean Smith's gone there, they've given themselves a little bit of a fighting chance. So I expect the game to be tougher now than I would have thought if Daniel Farke had been there. That's for certain anyway. But as for the team, depends how serious the injury is with Tomiyasu. But Stephen makes a good point. I thought Cedric did okay the other night. I don't see where there was any sort of kind of negative towards his performance. So yeah, that's a bit strange to hear that, but he's dependable. Like I said, he's as Stephen mentioned, in terms of he does take a lot of Arsenal set pieces, and there's a reason for that because he's probably the best cross of the ball in the team or the squad. But yeah, so will he come back in? Good question. I don't think he will, only because obviously Xhaka has been brought back into the team for the last 2-3 games, and straight into the team. No audition, no
transition. You know what I mean?
Straight in, yeah. So you know what? He could be tempted to probably bring in Smith Rowe for Odegaard. We'll see. It'll be tough. It'll be interesting, but the front three absolutely stays the same. No problem with that. I think you could live, so it'd be probably Tomiyasu's a talking point, and looking at that team, you're probably looking at maybe either or Smith Rowe or Odegaard.
Okay.
Xhaka will definitely play.
Where's the game won and lost for Arsenal, potentially?
Well, the thing is, the good thing is, as I've kind of said throughout the course of the season so far, is we have a consistency in terms of our back five, if including Tomiyasu, does pick itself. So
yeah,
I've no problem with the team defensively. It's just a few tweaks here and there in terms of the midfield. But where the game's won, as we currently speak, is with our front three. Simple as that. I expect us to go there and get the job done. It won't be easy because, like I said, Dean Smith's got Norwich playing a lot better and a lot more competitive. So, but I still expect us to win. But yeah, that's where I see the game being won. I think the forwards do it for us again.
Yeah. Cool. Cannons, I'll come to you.
Sorry, before you go further, I will just say this is what I would pick, and I get what you're saying about ESR. I do think realistically it will be the empty shirt will play there. The empty shirt 34 will get picked. It's obvious, but we can hope.
Definitely. Cannons, I'll come to you with this one. Obviously, thoughts on the team, if there's anything you would particularly change. And given the fact where Norwich are in the league, and obviously our upcoming fixtures, and obviously we're in a run-in for top 4, is this a must-win game in your opinion?
I think they all have to be must-wins. I think we need to keep the pressure on, to keep picking up 3 points. However, I mean, I was debating with some of the guys on the Armory whether or not to go hard in this one and then take it a little bit easier against Wolves. But my thing was probably to go hard actually against Norwich, try and pick our strongest team possible, and maybe rotate a little bit against Wolves because we're at home. Maybe. I think you see there the back five, what you had there picks itself, to be honest. The only question is, I pretty much agree with, what Albert's saying, is whether or not Tomiyasu is fit. The only thing, again, is Xhaka's going to play. And I know he kind of divides opinions like nobody. Well, I don't think he divides any opinions. pretty much is 90% of, hate him really. But when I don't know, when he came on in midweek, he was actually decent. I was like, he actually looks he's making a difference. He was brought on to do a job, and he did it superb. He just brought an air of calmness when it was just like, I hated
find his
myself.
level against League One Sunderland.
I know, but I hated myself thinking it. I hated it. I hated the fact that I actually thought he's quite decent. Actually, just watching him, but I was like, oh my god, what am I saying? But yeah,
what are you saying, Connors?
Yeah, I know.
Go wash your mouth out.
My thing is that he's gonna play him, and he would never play ESR and Odegaard in the middle. In the middle. That's the one thing he wouldn't do. So for me, it would be a question of whether it's either ESR or Odegaard. Martin has to play. And it'll be an interesting match actually with Martinelli and Aarons. That would be a heck of a matchup. So it's as much as we'd want to see us really go for it against Norwich. The fact is we're away and we have to be a little bit cautious. But then again, against Burnley, he played Odegaard in the middle of party, didn't he? So you don't know.
Okay, cool. I'll come to you last, Lottie, with regards, obviously, the lineup and stuff. Obviously, would you make any changes? But I know, you love well, we all do, absolutely love ESR. You've kind of backed him to get, 20 plus goals and assists.
No, not 20 plus, 20.
20. He's well on course.
Halfway there.
He's well on course. He's doing well. Is it crazy that, we're actually thinking about, whether or not he will start, whether or not he won't start? Are you backing your boy to get a start against Norwich?
I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, he hasn't played a full 90 minutes since he's come back. So it's a case of will he start? Will he play the full 90 minutes? Because he's just come back from a groin injury. So, and let's face it, Martinelli's undroppable at the minute. You just can't drop him. Full stop. So I actually don't know. I hope he plays because I need the fantasy football points. I've only got 9 players this week. I need it.
It's crazy, really, because obviously, he's our top goal scorer in the league. So it's kind of mad that, in a way, we're kind of and ahhing whether or not he'd be in the side. But I guess that's just because of the form of a lot of the offensive players at the moment.
But the thing is, I think with Martinelli and ESR, and I've said it about B as well. Yeah. Even if they're standing on the sidelines, you can see they want to be on that pitch. They don't want to be standing there. They just want to play. And it's an energy I haven't seen in a very long time, especially from our senior players, and not naming names.
Yeah. Definitely. And obviously, I'm going to come to you, Stephen, lastly, and before we go on to score predictions. Is this going to be the game where we see Aubameyang back in contention?
I don't even think he's training with the first team. I think we'll not see him until after AFCON, if we see him again at all. Yeah, no, it's true. He's pretty much a lone ranger at the moment at Arsenal. Don't really know what his future holds at the club presently. But unless there's anything else you guys want to touch upon in terms of the actual fixture itself, Norwich on Boxing Day, we're going to go with score predictions. I don't know. Just G, one thing on Aubameyang. I did hear that obviously it's not actually necessarily Arteta that's frozen him out. It's Josh Kroenke has said to keep him away from the squad at the minute.
Okay.
He's done something. Yeah.
Something has happened,
There's more going on behind the scenes than we know about. This isn't just
DVD's going to be interested in it.
It's not just because he didn't come back in time.
Yeah. But then you got to ask the question, is he gone round or over Arteta's head in the sense? Like, why is he getting involved in players' stuff there?
It's a good question. Good question.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out, and if we don't find out, we'll end up watching it on Amazon at the end of the season. That's going to be some watch, I tell you.
The thing with it is, Connors, I mean, we cry out for owners that are more involved. And we want owners that are involved in the team and want to do the best for the club. and then and we moan when we don't see that.
Yeah.
And then we question when they do get involved. I'm not having to go at you when I say that. I'm just saying that that is our natural way of being. We're all sort of going, well, why is he getting involved?
I think
surely that should come down to Arteta.
I think there's a thin line though. I think
Yeah.
there's a very thin line between overstepping what because as a manager, if I'm managing a team, I'm the man. I live and die by the sword of the players that I pick, and I want everyone to be available if they are available. If I see that that they're fit to play it, or there's no issues, I don't want my chairman or whoever owner coming in and telling me, no, you can't play this player or that player. That's where the line's crossed, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to avoid the situation with Harry Ozil, where Ozil became a very negative influence in the dressing room.
Yeah, it could be very much that Arteta and the hierarchy are on the same page.
Yeah,
and it's just the case that Josh Kroenke, the hierarchy, are basically just backing him. Because sometimes you can even get the reverse where a manager's falling out with a player, but yet the hierarchy of the club are like, yo, hold on here. It's like, this is our star player, or, they might just have a different opinion.
Yeah.
It's happened before. So maybe it's obviously, Stan Kroenke has got involved, but that might just be to show kind of solidarity between, obviously Arteta and the hierarchy at the club. So I think if that's the case, I think, you can look at it as kind of what you're saying, Canners, in terms of like maybe getting a bit too involved. The flip side of it is that, it can be deemed as a united front. It can be deemed like quite positive in terms of their being on the same page. So, but I didn't even know that, to be honest. That's the first I've heard.
I don't know if you guys heard the story about him in a private jet going to Miami and blah, blah, blah. Was that the story? You didn't hear it?
I've not heard that.
Okay, so the story I heard was that he asked to go to France to visit his sick mother. That was granted, which, Arteta said, fine, go. However, he took a private jet to Miami.
Yeah.
He was seeing someone in Miami. However, there was a problem with the private jet coming back, so he had to get a commercial flight back, which brought him in a day late.
Oh, okay. And obviously COVID restrictions and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Came back jet lagged, everything else. And he came back on the Thursday, not the Wednesday when he was due to come back.
Okay.
That is the story that I heard. And from that, everybody's like, Arteta is,
you're taking them.
Well, Arteta is on Arteta's side at the end of the day. The player can't take the mick like that. From blatantly saying, pulling on the heartstrings, saying, I'm going to go see my sick mother, but then seeing someone on the side in mind. But listen, that's just a rumor or whatever I've heard or read and whatever. Who knows? I wouldn't. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that he would do something like that.
I wouldn't put it past him. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, so obviously moving on, because we do still have our Santa transfer wish list that we want to get through. So we're going to go with score predictions. Stephen, how are we doing? Are we going to take Albert's and kind of score predictions first with regards to our two charity bets? Yeah.
Well, who's doing one for this game, one for Wolves?
Oh yeah, one for right. So we're going to be doing two charity bets in this show, because we're going to be covering the score predictions for both the Norwich and the Wolves game, because obviously we might not possibly have a show in between those two fixtures. Anybody want dibs on the Norwich game or the Wolves game between the two of you?
Arsenal 2-0 against Norwich.
Oh, Albert, right in there. Just like Guess Who Santa, man.
Albert,
he was
you're
right
brave.
in there.
Albert, we haven't run at Carrow Road since 2014,
Yeah,
right?
I saw that in the chat. Yeah.
Wicked. Canners, what about the Wolves game?
Can we do the Arsenal game first while I just
no problem. Okay, cool. So we'll stick to Norwich for the meantime while Stephen sorts out the odds. So Albert has gone 2-0 to Arsenal against Norwich. Lottie?
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Do you want me to make a note of them as well, Stephen?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Okay, cool. Canners, Norwich game?
4-0 Arsenal.
4-0 Arsenal.
However,
That's a big shout. That is a very big shout.
I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal Norwich. And I think
If
the only one left
Cedric is on that
yours,
pitch,
Stephen.
it's going to
Yeah,
happen. The 3-1
I
for
had
me.
said 3-0 as well.
Okay, brilliant. And then should we
Just to give you
take
the bet, the £1 charity bet, Albert's prediction of 2-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, is odds of 11-2. So our £1 bet will return £6.50.
Cool. Nice. Those of you in the chat, if you want to ping across your predictions for the Norwich game. And then while we're here, before we move on to our last thing tonight, the Santa transfer wish, Canners, we'll get your pre-match prediction against Wolves so we can place our charity bet for that match.
3-1.
2-1. 2-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
3-1. 3-1. We'll give Stephen some time just to get the odds with regards to that one. So yeah, all
They're
pretty
decent though. That's
really.
the only thing. They're quite decent. But if we score,
We're at home.
Yeah, I know. But I saw them. I was watching them against Chelsea, and they're.
But Chelsea aren't exactly having a good time of it at the moment.
True.
To be fair, so
If we score one, we'll be good.
No, I got good seats for that, so I'm looking forward to that game. I'm hoping it's not called off.
Sorry, that was 3-1, was it?
3-1 Arsenal, yeah. Cool. Right, so far we've got Rudy Sakar is saying here 1-0 to the Arsenal. We've got Keith saying 4-0 against Norwich and 1-0 against Wolves. Anybody else with any score predictions? Ping them across.
Gee, I've just spotted one more. Sorry.
Okay.
3-1 Arsenal from Keith.
3-1 Arsenal, and I'm sure that's about the Norwich game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. And just while Stephen's doing that, we'll just run through some of these comments. So Tracy Curtin, thank you, Lottie, for making the quiz. Rudy Sakar, thanks, guys. Really enjoyed the quiz. Great questions. Cal, I like Cedric most times. He plays very consistent. Rudy Sakar again. Cedric was decent given Sunderland's level. Rudy Sakar, we haven't won at Carrow Road since 2014.
Was that their last game of the season? That season, was it Ramsey scored some volley or something? Was it that game?
I don't even remember, to be honest, if I'm completely honest, what game that was.
I think so, possibly.
Yeah. Jay Gillian and seen comments even against Sunderland. People felt it was a risk for a single pivot. Cal here. Thanks, Chatterers. Got bedtime duty. We'll catch the rest. Thanks for the show and quiz. I was the weakest link. Goodbye. We've also got Rudy Sakar 1-1 against Wolves. Keith 2-0 against Wolves. Jay Gillian £10 if 3-0 versus Norwich. £13 if 3-0 against Wolves.
Ooh,
you got the odds for the Wolves game, Stephen?
Yeah, sorry. Did you and Lottie give your predictions for the Wolves game?
Yeah, I think
I didn't.
I haven't. No.
Yeah.
What are yours? Because I need them for the
3-0. 3-0 for me.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 against Wolves.
2-0. I'm going 2-1.
Stephen, can we have an update on the table, please?
Yeah, give me a wee sec. Okay, so if Connors 3-1 comes up, it's odds of 14-1, so it will return us £15.
Nice.
Cool.
Bear
Brilliant.
with me one wee sec here. Screen, I think. Yeah. Okay. So currently, in terms of the predictor league,
yeah.
G is so anybody that doesn't know the way this works. Sorry. A correct score gets 3 points. A correct result gets 1 point. And obviously our guest charity bet. There is the guests have their total points as well. And if the guests win, then we're going to use the money that we would have bought each other a bottle of drink with, and that'll go to the charity as well. So at the minute, G is last on 7 points.
Is what it is, man.
I am in third place on 10 points. Lottie is second on 11 points.
Ooh.
Double digits.
And the guests are leading the way on 14 points.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. Brilliant. Thank you for the update. Now, obviously, I am aware of the time. We have been on here an hour and 36 minutes, so we're going to literally breeze through the next section of the show. We're going to basically finish up with a Santa transfer wish list. So I spoke to the guys individually and I said to them, look, if you could buy one player in the January transfer market, who would it be? And we're going to kick off with Albert's choice, who is this gentleman here. Albert, fire away. Tell us why, if you could sign one player for Arsenal in this transfer market in January, why would it be Basuma?
I think it's a no-brainer, to be honest. With him, sort of touch on what I mentioned earlier about Ødegaard. I didn't mind Ødegaard coming in, but I said if you're gonna bring him in, you need to bring in this guy with him as well. I think he's been brilliant. I think Brighton got him for about 15 million quid from Lille. What we've seen in the Premier League with him in the last 3 years, he had those strengths and qualities when he played at Lille. It's just that Graham Potter's playing a system which he's got players around him to be the player that he is. And people talk about DMs and they've got this infatuation of that they just stand there and pop the ball off. That's not how it is. This is, them days of Claude Makelele and Didier Deschamps, the DMs are more than that. They're very progressive. They can sometimes play in different positions. He's brilliant. His recoveries and his ability to recycle the ball is incredible. And I think the time I was really convinced that Arsenal need to seriously look at this guy is if RJ is still in the chat, he would agree with me as well that when we played Brighton last season, 29th of December, we beat him 1-0. He was outstanding. He was the best player in the park by a country mile. And I thought from that day, I said, you know what? He's someone we should seriously look at. And I think Basuma spoke in sort of September this year. He's talking about in terms of there was a lot of interest in him. And he just turned around and said, look, maybe the time for me to leave Brighton isn't now. My time will come. Yes, I'm an ambitious player. I want to play in the Champions League and play at a higher level and test myself. But what makes me laugh, G, right? People go on about Partey and Xhaka, and there's sections of the fan base that are very happy or content in saying be happy with those two, and Partey plays better because Xhaka's there. But then when the talk of potential Basuma was going to come in the summer potentially, but you can't have Partey in Basuma, and I just think, well, why can't you? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like most top teams play, if they do play a double pivot, have got similar type players playing, or players that have got a lot of different skill sets. Listen, don't get me wrong, G. There's plenty of midfield players I could choose of. There's the likes of Frank Kessie, Dennis Zakaria. There's Edson Alvarez, who we would never get, but he's a brilliant player anyway. And you've got Boubacar Kamara at Marseille. There's plenty of midfield players Arsenal should go for. It's not even. But for me, the one I want is Basuma, and I think if you got him in, he would absolutely transform our team. You've got the likes of Saka and ESR, and you got Ødegaard there, and Lacazette, who's doing the well, Martinelli. You got someone like Basuma in there with those players in there. Of course, that's going to help Arsenal defensively as well, and also from an offensive point of view. I'll be surprised, G, if this doesn't get revisited in the summer, because he's got 2 years left on his contract at Brighton. I don't see him personally staying, and Arsenal will be crazy, absolutely crazy, not to look at him.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Thank you for that. We're going to swiftly move on to Canners. We're going to come straight to you. And obviously the guy that you pinged over to me a couple of days ago was this gentleman here, Vlahovic, currently Fiorentina striker. So take us through why, if Arsenal could find one player this January, why it would be this guy.
This guy has, for me, everything. He's a beast. He's 6'3". He's quick. Yes, he's predominantly left-footed, but he can use both feet. But listen, he scores all types of goals. And he's not just a 18-yard box player. He does everything. He holds the ball up. He finishes. He roughs defenders up. We need a striker who does all of that. And this basically, he's probably you could say behind Haaland. The next striker you would put in that in that kind of bracket. He's 21. He's in his full. Well, you could say his third full season, right? But the thing is, though, he's scored, what am I looking at? 37 goals in 56 games, right? In a mid-table Fiorentina team.
Yeah.
Fair enough, they're doing all right now. That's because of his goals. This year, he scored 16 in 19.
Brilliant.
And for international as well, eight international caps, 4 goals. The guy is a monster right now, and if we can get him for whatever Fiorentina are asking for, is around the 80 million bracket. And if they're, it's a lot of money, but you do not know this kid's ceiling. That's the thing, and that's the scary thing. He's a beast, and there's not many players out there with his physicality who can do things. Because we've all said, kind of, we've missed a player like Giroud that can hold the ball up or whatever, and do you know what I'm saying? But then we've missed a player that can actually take players on with, Mr. Henry, or
somebody who's got it
run. And he is that. Look, I've been watching him and see him absolutely bully defenders, and that is, for me, we need to kind of have that little bit of physicality in our team. We've got it at the back with Gabriel. We've got it in midfield. I know Partey's a little bit quiet with it, but he's as strong as an ox. And if we can add that up front, someone else who's bullying defenders, given, looking in the tunnel, when players used to look across and see Henry, whatever they'll be, oh my God, I know I'm in for a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want that to happen when we have this guy lining up, coming out in the tunnel, look across, let's see him, look up like that and say, okay, I've got my work out here. And that, for me, because our striker situation, I feel, is that little bit more dire than our midfield situation. Don't get me wrong, I agree with what Albert, and I think Basuma would fit that, I would salivate with Partey and Basuma in that midfield. Seriously.
It would be serious.
It would be so naughty. I'll be like, who's passing them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, but Vlahovic, man, listen, just I know YouTube makes certain plays look brilliant or whatever, but just look at his goals and the repertoire of his goals and the things what he does to it. He makes defenders make mistakes. He makes them panic, and that's what we need up top.
Cool.
That's
Sweet.
my case.
No problem. You both put really strong cases for your players. No, really, really good. I'm gonna go move over to Lottie now. Obviously, Lottie, I sent you the same question, and you came back at me with this gentleman here, Bruno Guimaraes in midfield.
It's just
convince us. Why should we sign him?
I just think he'd be perfect replacement for that wonderful empty shirt, 34. Straight off the cuff. It's just. I started watching him play when he's playing for Brazil in the Olympics alongside Martinelli. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I think he'd be the perfect fit. He'd be really good for Sambi to learn from as well. He's I can't remember how old he is at the minute, but I think he's just a little bit older than Sambi.
I think he's 21, 22. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it would be really interesting to see them play side by side as well, especially if Partey gets injured again. He's just a joy to watch. I can't put into more words. He enjoys his football. He's as mad as Aaron Ramsdale. He's as mad as him, and we all know how mad he is when the goals go in, and he's not even scoring them. So, no, definitely the missing piece for me.
Oh, really, really good. Thank you for that. So really, three really good shouts. Obviously, you put across three really strong cases. Obviously, why you'd want us to sign that player. I'm going to come to you, Stephen. Now, I know you pinged over to me a player, and I'm not gonna let the panel know who that player was. So, having heard obviously the cases of Albert, Canners, and Lottie, what are you saying? Who should we sign? I'm going to give you the kind of not necessarily the overall vote, but I'm going to kind of giving you the say, you know, as co-founder of Cannon Chat, I'm going to give you the power. You're Santa Claus tonight as well. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you the power, like, of these 3 players, or separate from these 3 players. If we could sign one player this January transfer window, who should it be and why?
Yeah, you told me you were going to do this last night, and I didn't think it was fair then either. So we'll start off. Albert's Bissouma. I love Bissouma as well. I think he is a great player. I never I'm not one of those that sort of questioned whether he could play alongside Partey. I think Bissouma is more of a defensive player. I don't think Partey is a defensive midfielder, and I've always said that. I think this idea that we brought Partey in to be the defensive midfielder is just nonsense.
Myth. Yeah, rubbish.
He's more sort of a box-to-box than anything. And I think we're not seeing the best of him because he doesn't have that beside him. You know, he doesn't have a mobile, and I use the word mobile, defensive midfielder because, you know, people can comment all they want about a certain number 34's qualities, but one quality he does not have is his mobility.
Yeah.
You know, he's not quick across the pitch. So having somebody who has that bit of pace, which Bissouma has, absolutely would, you know, it would set Partey free to be a bit more creative and a bit, you know, more box to box. So it's a very good shout. Canners, I mean, you're absolutely right in what you say about our need for a centre forward that can do a bit of everything. We don't have that at the minute. Lacazette has never been the world-class sort of centre forward we hoped we were signing. Aubameyang has had... The thing with Aubameyang, he's a great goal scorer. He's not a scorer of great goals. He does nothing else. He doesn't contribute anything whenever he's not scoring goals. And that's the thing. You know, his hold-up play isn't wonderful. You know, Lacazette certainly has better hold-up and he brings others into the game more, but he's not getting the return on the goals which we need. Arguably at the minute, you know, the other players are doing that for us. So it's, you know, it's what's more important, that central midfield position or that centre forward position. And then obviously Lottie going for Bruno Guimaraes. I make no secret of the fact that I love Bruno Guimaraes as well. He, you know, before he went to Lyon, I'd wanted him at Arsenal. And I would say, you know, if we could sign him and Aouar, I would take them every day of the week. In terms of what we need in January, and I'm just going to go from the 3 of you guys' picks and pick one. What is most important come January for the rest of this season? And there's a strong case to sign all 3 players. But I think on the balance of everything, I think I'm going to have to go Canners. Because I think the centre forward right now is arguably the most important. We need someone who can score goals. And, you know, we said for a long time our midfield wasn't getting goals, and now they're getting goals, but our forwards aren't getting goals. You know, our centre forwards aren't getting us goals, and we need that. We need a centre forward. So you imagine a centre forward that gets goals plus brings the others into play. It's a different game. And then obviously come the summer, we upgrade on 34. We get in Bissouma, we get in Guimaraes, one of the 2 of them to play alongside Partey. It's a game changer.
It's crazy because
Santa's granting the wish of Canners.
No problem. It's crazy because I don't think we envisioned that, you know, at this point of this season that we would be kind of screaming out for centre forward. I don't think any of us. I think we kind of felt like obviously last season's blip with Aubameyang was just a blip. And we thought obviously due to all the off the pitch issues with his mum's health, you know, malaria, COVID, etc. I don't think any of us envisioned that at this point of the season, this year, we'd be screaming out for us to buy a striker. So it's crazy how quickly things have changed. But yeah, no, thank you for all your players, all your kind of cases. To be honest, I don't know if we're bloody going to sign anyone, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully if we do sign somebody, it's definitely one of those 3 players because they're all top draw players. But yeah, that kind of really wraps up the show. I'm just going to really head quickly to the comment section, and then we're going to round things up and obviously come off the air. So we've got here, Keith says Vlahovic. Gary saying good night. Great show. Have a good night, G, Canners, Lottie, Albert, and Stephen. Thank you so much. Gary again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. If I miss you, panel and chat room. We've got Tracy. Would love him, Canners, but he won't sign for us without Champions League. I would take Ivan Toney.
Good shout.
And last one, Rudy Sakar. Vlahovic has no interest in joining us, just like Locatelli. Well, look, time will tell. Time will tell.
I don't believe that's the case. I think all he said is that he wants to stay at Fiorentina till the summer. However, money talks.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And Fiorentina will lose a lot of money come summer. Because his contract expires at the end of 23, I believe. So so if a deal could be done, it'll be done now in January.
Cool, brilliant. Before we obviously, before we go, we're going to run for our socials. We're going to obviously do our thank yous, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and so forth. Stephen, Lottie, is there anything else you want to run through, or Canners and Albert, anything else you want to run through before we wrap things up?
The fantasy football deadline has changed from 11 a.m. to 1:30 on Boxing Day. Obviously, there's games that are cancelled. So please, guys, do check your teams. I'm down to 9 players. I am considering 8 free hits at this point because we're getting a second free hit chip on game week 20.
Cool. Cheers. Anything else from you, Stephen? No problem. Lottie, as you just finished, can you go through the socials for me, please?
Yep, sure. So you can find us on Facebook. It's on put in your search bar, put Cannon Chatter in. You can find us on Instagram. It's Cannon_chatter, or you can come find us on TikTok, which is, again, it's Cannon_chatter. You can obviously follow our main account, which most of you have already followed. If you haven't, do drop us a follow at Cannon Chatter. If you want to follow my co-host that's sitting below me, it's at SB Cannon Chat, or if you want to talk to G, who's over the other side of the screen, just the other side of Canners, it's at G Talks Arsenal. If you want to follow me, it's at Lottie_B. That's 2 T's and 2 I's because someone beat me to the normal spelling.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go and check out my blog, I am a bit behind. I should be caught up over the holidays. It's at lottieafc.blogspot.co.uk.
Fantastic.
To purchase any of the Cannon Chatter t-shirts or hoodies, which none of us have actually got on tonight, unfortunately, you can email info@cannonchatter.com or DM Stephen, who's below this, at SB Cannon Chatter on Twitter.
Fantastic.
Lastly, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and hit that like button.
And the last one here.
And have a very Merry Christmas from everyone in Team Cannon Chatter. I like that one.
Fantastic. Right, so yeah, that pretty much brings an end to the show. I just want to do a couple of thank yous. So first and foremost, want to say a massive thank you to Gun Force Edits, Martin, for providing us with the absolutely fantastic graphics throughout the year, and obviously the beautiful Christmas ones that we've got on display. Massive thank you to you. All his details are in the video's description, so check him out, give him a follow. Got some fantastic work. I'd also like to give another big shout out to Chris Bollard, another gentleman that we met via Twitter that does a lot of our graphics, particularly our lineups for our preview and review shows. Again, all these details are in the video description. So yeah, check him out, check out his work, give him a follow. So those are obviously the 2 thank yous in terms of that. Obviously, I want to thank our guests for tonight's show. Massive thank you. I reached out to both Albert and Canners to be part of this Christmas show that I had to put together. And yeah, it was just an absolute pleasure that you guys obviously, replied and said that you could take the time, because it is Christmas time. We do have busy schedules. So from the whole Cannon Chatter team, like, we massively do appreciate you guys giving your time up and coming on tonight's show. So I'm going to go to both of you. Canners, obviously, thank you so much for coming on tonight's show. Let the people know where they can find you. Do any shout-outs you want to do with regards to the content and stuff that you guys create.
No, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure. I can't believe we've been sat for like 2 hours, literally, like 2 hours. It's just whizzed by.
It doesn't feel like it, does it?
No, no. Listen, it was just flowing, man. It's been great. So thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, you can find me obviously on Twitter at, as you see the name there, Canners2204. Also as well, the Armory TV channel, which you can find on YouTube. You know, we're doing all sorts now. We're starting to do vlogs now because I'm going to start going to the games now. I'll be doing like some vlogs, etc. So gonna have to meet up with you guys at the ground. So we'll get that sorted out. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so listen, we've got loads of content on the Armory ourselves and stuff. So you know, hop along there as well at some point. But no, guys, great stuff for this evening. It's been blessed, so it was great. I had a blast, as they say.
Brilliant. No, brilliant. Thank you. And Albert, yeah, just a massive thank you from the whole Cannon Chatter team. Like I said, you've been on the show, you know, a couple of times now, and we love having you here. So yeah, let the guys know where they can find you. And yeah, just a massive thank you from the whole team.
No, cheers, mate. It's nice to be made to feel welcome. That's the first. But no, yeah. Firstly, you get the Wolves game. Actually, I think it'd be a draw. Since Wolves have come into the Premier League, we haven't beaten the Emirates.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, why you got these stats? God,
yeah, we haven't.
Wow.
But,
I deliberately left out. Come on, Alves.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're a good side. Bruno Lage has got them playing really well this season. But listen, I hope I'm proved wrong, but I think we'll get a draw personally. But no, big up to you guys, man. Keep doing the amazing stuff you're doing on the channel, man. Pleasure to come on. And in terms of my own channel, you know what? I like to have a little bit of a refresher come Christmas in it. So in the new year, probably see a lot more in terms of content from me in regards to some more life stories, episodes coming. Just need to sort out people's time and availability, and obviously weekly surgery. We'll keep going in the new year as well. And yeah, Albert will be on many other channels as well. many others.
Look forward to seeing you.
Cheers.
No problem. Yeah, so I'm going to shout out for a little bit because I've been hosting all night. Lottie, oh, look at Lottie. Are you really going to shout up? Lottie and Steven.
Actually, I was thinking miracles do happen.
Hey, it's a Christmas wish. Anything can happen, man. We got Sunday here tonight. Anything can happen. But yeah, Lottie and Steven, anything you want to say? Obviously, you know, this is going to be our last show of 2021. So yeah, any last words or anything?
No, just ask that everyone stay safe, have a good Christmas, and enjoy New Year.
No problem.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was our last show of the year. I thought we'd maybe fit one in next week.
I don't know because I don't know if we've got a schedule for next week. So I just said it possibly could be our last show of the year. So
yeah, I think I don't think we'll fit one in on Monday night. Obviously with Christmas and stuff. We've got a game on Sunday and a game on Tuesday. We'll try and fit a show in between Wednesday or Thursday night. We'll try and do one to sort of cover off a couple of games of Christmas and have a wee look at the City game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, unless something else changes. You kind of stole my thunder a wee bit by using this one because you weren't supposed to use that. I just hadn't a chance to tell you.
I thought you put it there deliberately for me to use. I didn't want to not use it.
So listen. Before you go to sort of the last comments and you have the last word, it's your show tonight, G. I just want to take a moment and say a massive thank you to everybody that's contributed to this channel. Be it, as you've already said, you know, the guys that do the graphics, Martin, Albert, to Dan at the Matchday who sponsors us and you know gives stuff for us to give away and freebies and things. To Chelsey who sponsors Lottie's shows, to Lottie for always being there. Thank you. It's great having you as part of the team. Cannon Chatter was born from a conversation me and G had, and a sort of tongue-in-cheek conversation.
Yeah.
I had the idea, and I'm so glad that we followed through on it, and that obviously, you know, G came into this with me, and we've done this together sort of pretty much from the start. It's been a fantastic journey, and obviously we're living in really uncertain times at the minute, and things are up in the air as to what's going to happen over the next sort of few weeks and months. Obviously with the new variants and stuff on COVID. And none of this would have happened if it hadn't been for COVID. So in a way, it's kind of it's a blessing in disguise that it happened from our point of view. I still wish it had obviously never happened, but I'm glad that some good has come from it. So as I say, thank you to everybody. And I say that because Christmas, the reason I'm doing this now is Christmas to me is a time for being with your family. And for being with the people that you love and you care about the most. And we've always tried to make a big thing that Canon Chatter is a family, and that everybody who contributes, everybody who watches, and you guys that tune in every week and to every show and get involved, you are part of the family. To those guys that have been on the channel and taken part, so the likes of Albert, who's been on a number of times, Canners, who's on for the first time tonight, you guys are family. You're part of the extended Canon Chatter family, and I want to take a moment to say thank you for all that support you've given us over the year. I know Albert's always said, there are not that many channels that he would drop stuff for, and he's always happy to drop stuff to come on here, and we really appreciate that, Albert. So thank you very much. And I say, Canners, hopefully we'll get you back on again more often.
I would love to. Yeah.
I don't know, we've talked about doing more stuff with you guys on your channel as well, and it's great. I love the fact that there's this little community going with Arsenal YouTubers, and that everybody's sort of willing to help each other out. But so as I say, thank you to everybody. As I say, I feel like you're part of the extended Canon Chatter family, to everybody. And I just want to say, whatever you're doing, I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas. Stay safe. Hopefully Arsenal get a couple of wins, and hopefully everybody is merry and happy, and we get out of this terrible situation that we're in, and maybe life becomes a wee bit easier, and we are all a wee bit more free to travel, and we can all meet up and stuff like that. So yeah, Merry Christmas everybody, and thank you so much for being part of the Canon Chatter family.
Well said, Stephen. Well said,
Thank
mate.
you
Well
so
said.
much for that.
Brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah, brilliant. Well said, Stephen.
Brilliant, man.
Definitely. Well, look, we're going to breeze through these comments and then we're going to wrap everything up. Keith here, great show, guys. Happy Christmas to everyone. Come on, you Gunners. Jay Gillian, cheers for the quiz, Lottie. Merry Christmas to everyone in the chat and the wonderful Canon Chatter team. And to you, Albert and Canners, UTA, hashtag ATID. Gilligan, will I be champ to Easter? Laugh out loud. Well, we'll have another show then. And Tracy, thanks. Great stream. Happy Christmas. Enjoyed it tonight. It's my first time here. I'm a big Albert fan. I will check out Armory TV. Slango foil. I don't know that term. What's that term mean? I don't know that term.
Tracy, tell us.
Yeah, I don't know that term. But yeah.
It means farewell for now in Irish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Huh? Yeah, every day's a school day.
Every single day. But yeah, look, we've been on the air 2 hours. I think it's been a fantastic show. Just want to thank everybody. Can't really better what Stephen said. He's a man of amazing words. So all I'm going to say is Merry Christmas, everyone, and keep chatting. Take it easy.